We're in the building with the original Life Gain Avengers. It's me and it's the living legend Larry. We're back to give you guys somewhat of an entertaining show tonight. My brother Larry, how you feeling?
I'm doing all right, man. Hanging in there. You know.
Yeah.
How are you doing?
Hey, man, I'm doing as best a man can do with an 8-month-old daughter who's very intelligent, well beyond her months, and is just all over the place. Doing as well as can be.
Oh, man. I can't wait till she starts saying no.
Well, she certainly understands the concept when I have to raise my voice at her and say "L no." She understands no means no, and she moves along. Let's just hope that she maintains that, because they all start out all sweet and innocent in the beginning, then they go left somewhere. Speaking of going left, we do have the Kirk Franklin story, ladies and gentlemen. The drama going on between Kirk Franklin and his son. We're going to discuss that a little bit. We've also got the Oscar snubs. I want to talk about who's going to be in the Oscars and how Regina King didn't get nothing for her great work at One Night in Miami. I got a story Larry sent me where they up here trying to tell kids in North Carolina to promote slavery. Larry sent me that story. Then we've got Trey Songz dropping his saliva in women's mouths. I don't even know why that is even a story. And I will break that down when man. I can't make this stuff up.
Was he kissing somebody or something?
Nope.
Okay.
You just gonna have to see this
story.
Yeah, you're gonna have to see this one for yourself. And so let me shout out to everybody that's in here so far. I can't see any comments if y'all posting comments. Oh, there we go. My brother Mike Willie is in the building. Support Gaming 2020 is in the building. Bruce McFadden is in the building. Tressa C is in the building. So far, we've got 25 people. Can we please get 25 thumbs up? Oh, man.
There we go.
Mike Willie done started out.
Right up
he done started out the super chat gang already. Shout out to Tim Windsor, my brother, DeAndre Lucas. So, Mike Willie, I got some new videos since you've been back, my brothers. Let me give you something new. Something to give you a little laugh, and we'll get this thing going. and my brother Mike Will, I appreciate you, man. You can't go and you got the super chat gang. So, let's go ahead and dive on into the Oscar stubs, man. Let's talk about, I want to really talk about how they got my girl Regina King, but let's just see who got nominated for the 2021 Oscars.
The 2021 Oscar nominees were announced on Monday by Nick Jonas and Priyanka Chopra, and Access Hollywood is breaking down all the major snubs and surprises. Despite critical acclaim and nominations at other award shows this season, Ma Rainey's Black Bottom didn't earn a Best Picture nomination, and Chadwick Boseman was snubbed for his supporting role in Da 5 Bloods, with the film also missing out in the Best Picture category as well as Best Director for Spike Lee. But the late star got a nod for Best Actor along with Viola Davis for Best Actress, marking her the most nominated Black actress in Oscar history. Another film that has gotten love this award season was Palm Springs, but the Andy Samberg comedy was shut out by the Oscars. Another snub was Zendaya for her role in the Netflix film Malcolm and Marie. Instead, the lead actress noms went to Viola Davis, Andra Day for The United States vs. Billie Holiday, Vanessa Kirby for Pieces of a Woman, Frances McDormand for Nomadland, and Carey Mulligan for Promising Young Woman. In terms of surprises, Lakeith Stanfield nabbed a Best Supporting Actor nomination for his role in Judas and the Black Messiah, even though he was shut out by the BAFTAs, the SAG Awards, and the Golden Globes. Newcomer Maria Bakalova also nabbed a Best Supporting Actress nomination for her role in Borat's subsequent movie film. Borat actually got a lot of love from the Academy, also nabbing a Best Adapted Screenplay nomination. 89-year-old Anne Roth made history as the new oldest Academy Awards nominee for her work in costume design on Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. The distinction was previously held by Christopher Plummer, who was 88 when he was nominated for All the Money in the World. Mank earned the most nominations with 10 total, followed by The Father, Judas and the Black Messiah, Minari, Nomadland, Sound of Metal, and The Trial of the Chicago 7, which all earned 6 nominations each.
No mention of One Night in Miami. No mention of Regina King getting the Oscar for directing. Larry, how do you feel about this year's 2021 Oscar snubs?
I mean, I'm not surprised. I'll tell you the one thing that's interesting is the Lakeith Stanfield nomination. I'm trying to figure out why he wasn't. I don't know if he wasn't nominated before with the other award shows, because I thought he was the one that should have been nominated and been winning those awards for Judas and the Black Messiah instead of Daniel Kaluuya, because I thought his performance was just way better.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
It was just way, way better. I mean, I'm not saying that Daniel Kaluuya didn't do a good job, but Lakeith Stanfield was like on a whole other level in that movie.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I can understand. Don't get me wrong. I think that Regina King should have been recognized, but considering that I think this was like her directorial debut in a feature film, and the fact that it's just not a movie that's going to that a lot of white folks are going to really get. It's something that's so near and dear to our hearts as Black people because there were so many. It's a story that had so many Black icons in there. Malcolm X and Jim Brown, Muhammad Ali, and Sam Wilson. All of them. It was like all of it was just amazing. But that's not something that I think would appeal to all those white folks out there, and that's who, in some respects, you have to appeal to.
But Judas and the Black Messiah, I would say, went a little harder than One Night in Miami, and that appealed to a certain segment of white people, so that they got nominated.
You got a black dude snitching. You got a black dude snitching on white people.
Yeah, good point. Yeah, what can I say?
I mean, think about when Denzel won his Best Actor Oscar. They didn't give it to him for Hurricane, which was playing a very positive image of a Black man who was innocent and maintained his innocence and his dignity until he got out. No, they gave him an Oscar for playing a corrupt cop that beat and murdered people.
Right.
So I mean, we've been talking about this for a long time. It's not just when they give the awards, it's for the roles that they give Black people when they're playing. And when you look at Halle Berry didn't win for the great roles that she played until she had some role where she played basically a drug addict, poor single mom who sleeps with a white dude,
Right.
and then you look at what's her name what's her name when she won for The Help. She's basically playing a
Viola Davis. Yeah, Viola. Yeah.
So it's not just and then even though you look at some of the other people that get nominated, they're playing slaves or whatever. It's not just that. It's one of those things. For a long time they weren't even nominating, and now they're basically, oh, you want to be nominated, you have to play a role that's not going to be the most dignified. You have to play a role of something where Black people have been trying to move away from that, but now we're going to recognize that as that's something to aspire to. It's just it's BS. I almost feel like at some point Black folks need to just straight up boycott the Oscars and just say, you know what, we don't even want to submit our films for consideration because this is not representative at all. And they keep talking about they're going to have that the Academy is going to have better representation. I just hate it when they make these films and the only people that get nominated are people that are on some bullshit. Excuse my French.
Oh yeah, I feel you, man. I definitely feel you.
Like One Night in Miami. I mean, that was a fantastic film.
Great film.
She should have been nominated as for Best Director, or it should have been nominated potentially for Best Film. Out of all those performances, I mean, they could have given it to any one of them. I definitely think the dude that what's his name, Aldous Hodges, he could have got a nomination for his portrayal of Jim Brown.
Yeah.
Dude with Sam Wilson, the other guy that played Malcolm. There were great performances. The dude that played Ali, I thought he was good. Yeah. I'm not sure that his performance was up to an Oscar nomination.
Right. I agree. He had, of the fellas, he had probably the And I'm not going to say his performance was weak, but when you compare him to everyone else, he would be fourth. He would definitely be fourth.
But any three of those men could have been nominated. In fact, they should have all been nominated. It was, but what do you do? What do you do?
All you can do is keep fighting, my brother. So are we in agreement that she got snubbed, Larry?
Yeah, they did her wrong, but
So y'all post us your comments, people. We all feel like Regina King got snubbed, and we know how this Oscar game works, even though they claim they're trying to provide more diversity, more inclusion. And they are taking steps toward it, but it's just not fast enough. And there was a lot of great films. Judas and the Black Messiah was a great film. Ma Rainey's Black Bottom was a good film. There was just a lot of great films that minorities had all their handprints in that should have got a little bit more juice than what they did, and they still didn't get the juice.
Yeah. The difficult thing is with Chadwick is if they would have given it to him, people would get up there. He is nominated, so we don't know. He might actually win. We don't know. But the tricky part about that is when someone's passed away, people always have that little thing in the back of their head, or some people say it out loud, where they start wondering, oh, did he really deserve the award? Or was it just a give me because he's gone and he doesn't have any further opportunities to win? So did they just give it to him in honor of his memory? And there's always going to be people that ask that question, but he might win. We don't know. The dude is, he's nominated, so it's a possibility.
Honestly, Larry, he was currently one of the top 15 best actors in Hollywood. And that's not even for debate. You could put his resume up of what he's done in the last 10 years versus anyone else in the last 10 years. He is in the top 15 best in Hollywood. But I guess we'll see, my brother. I would say he was probably not. I think he was higher than the top 15. He may not have been in as far as pay was concerned, but as far as talent and performances, I would say he was definitely, because there are some actors that are not as talented that get paid a whole lot. Look at people like Will Smith and The Rock and Tom Cruise. Those guys aren't as talented as of actors, but they get paid a whole lot more. Right. I agree.
But then you look at someone like, what's his name? Like dude that's not, his film's nominated for a whole bunch of them. What's his name? Gary Oldman.
Yeah, man.
That dude's talented, no doubt. That dude is talented. You look at someone like Don Cheadle. Don Cheadle is talented. You look at someone like I'm trying to think of, I can't think of dude's name now. James Franco. James Franco plays some weird roles, but that dude is talented, crazy talented. So,
well, ladies and gentlemen, post your comments down below. Did our girl Regina King get snubbed? And did any movie that you felt like deserved a nomination get snubbed? And having said that, ladies and gentlemen, we're getting ready to move on to the X-rated portion of this video. If you have young children watching this, or if you yourself are a young child watching this video, it's time for you to turn away. Some of y'all's favorite composer of music, Trey Songz, made the rounds this weekend rather, for having a video of him letting his saliva run all up in the mouths of women. And the question here is there anyone to be at blame? Is there anyone to be at fault? We went from this with R. Kelly, right? So, ladies and gentlemen, we have gone from people wanting to pee on you to people wanting to spit on you. Watch this clip of Trey Songz in one of his performances.
Oh man, it was like he was just dripping loogies on him. That was gross.
So, ladies and gentlemen, he's doing a video with Ariana Grande that made the rounds. These was just two voluntary women getting up there. Larry, what's the big stink about?
To each his own. If that's what they're into, it looked like some sexual thing they had going, but I mean, that's just gross. Just spitting on people like that, spitting in their mouths. That's just yuck. Just yuck.
Well, the thing is, Trey Songz has been in the news because he went to some arena, and I think if I'm not mistaken, he either tested for COVID or he tested positive. I think he had a test, and they wanted him to put his mask on, and he just kept refusing to put his mask on, so they had to haul his ass up out of there. So I guess for some people, the issue with this is, Trey, you've had issues with COVID, or someone tried to address that you need to wear your mask, and you decide to come up here and you spitting in people's mouths. Now, my issue with this, Larry, is this shouldn't even be an issue. If these women decided that they want his spit and slob all in their mouth, I mean, so be it. You know, if you're going to have an issue, it shouldn't be with Trey Songz. He ain't forced these women to do it. They look like they volunteering to lick below his belly button, got their tongue and their mouth touching for his spit. Simple as that.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying anybody did anything wrong here.
Mm-hmm.
It just looks gross. And yeah, it just looks gross. Nah, I don't want to participate in that. But I mean, to each his own. If that's what he's into, you know, some people want to spit on people, some people want to pee on people, some people want to poop on people. It's just that's what they want to do. It's not me.
Now let me tell y'all a story. When I went to see R. Kelly back in 2007, and you know, so it just makes you realize how some people can just get away with what they want to while others can't. So R. Kelly is singing a song, and he had this bit, Larry, that he would do where he would just go a cappella and just make up songs that the crowd would make up songs based on the words the crowd is screaming. So Larry, he's doing his song, and then he's sticking his tongue out like this, and women going crazy. And Larry, they're actually throwing their draws on stage at him. So you know what R. Kelly does? He picks up 2 or 3 of them and he licks it. And when he licks it, Larry, like 5, 6 women just faint. Fall out. Goodness. Just fall out going crazy. So
I'm not licking somebody's draws. I don't know where those draws. I don't know where those people been.
Not only one, Larry, he licked like 4 of them. I sat there and counted like, dude, really? I mean, they were just taking them off, flinging them up, so he'd grab them and
maybe they were like staged. Maybe they had some people that worked for them, and they had the draw throwers up there, and he knew like go for the pink ones with the red tassel or something. I don't know. It's just
okay. I can agree with that, but the women that was in the rafters just falling out and shit, that ain't had nothing to do with being staged. They were just falling the fuck out.
Nah, they were just overstimulated.
Yeah,
know?
Man.
And that happened. I mean, I just, you know, sometimes, well, people do what they want to do. I don't want to do that, but that's what he's into. A lot of people are into stuff, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But I will say this: I mean, when you think about dude when he had COVID and he didn't want to put on a mask and stuff, I just want to tell people as people get vaccinated and they start to go back out and go to clubs and parties and bars and stuff. When you get ready to go home with somebody and you get ready to dip that stick, just make sure you wrap up, because just think about all the people that didn't give a damn about your life and they were willing to just run around and let you die from COVID because they didn't want to put on a mask. Imagine how many people are out there that don't give a damn and will let you die from AIDS or something because they don't want to wrap their business. So, I mean, people truly don't care about anybody but themselves, and I hope everyone's fully aware of that and they protect themselves in every which way.
Yeah, man. Always wrap up, my G's. Always wrap up.
You know?
Okay, so now I guess to some
degree,
I'll
say this. Some people say, I'm a double wrap. I'm going to say, if you feel the need to double wrap, you don't need to be with that person. When you feel like you have to double wrap with somebody, that is the exact person that you should not be with.
I've heard some people say they want to get in a whole plastic wrap, their whole body, just to get
For
drunk.
what? And why would you want to be with somebody where you feel like this dirty MFer needs you to be fully wrapped in? Uh-oh.
Ladies and gentlemen, our special guest has joined us because I want to ask her 3 questions, then we'll let her go.
Look, I don't know what you're talking about tonight. I just got home.
Look at that. Trouble showed up. We were just talking about Trey Songz spitting in people's mouths.
Yeah, man. You haven't seen
You haven't
that?
seen it?
That's nasty.
Yeah, he's a
You gotta
nasty
show
guy.
it to her.
I just deleted it.
Oh,
She'll have to go back and catch it.
Doing
And he supposedly had corona. That's the sad thing. He's doing a video with Ariana Grande, and he was just dropping the spit all in these chicks' mouths, and it hit the airways, and it was a mess. But I can show you what you did miss, that we said nowadays the type of fluids people are using to stimulate each other has changed. Before Trey Songz, now instead
do I want to be on you?
Yeah, so instead of that, now Sharonda, we just gonna straight spit on people now. So I mean, I don't know what teach they on. If you're gonna let somebody do it, you do it.
Sharonda, didn't your teachers ever tell you if you don't have enough to share with the whole class and you can't have it?
No.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, one of the reasons, other than to promote and stress how you should subscribe to Sharonda's channel, because she does great work, makes hella good thumbnails. She is one of these special Negroes that has had the opportunity to see.
She has seen everything. She didn't see the Snyder Cut. She didn't seen Falcon and Winter Soldier. She's probably seen Black Widow already too.
No.
So
you know,
we wanted to take the opportunity to have her with.
I'm cutting off one more time. She's already seen the Wakanda series, and they haven't even made it yet.
Now I don't know she's seen all that.
True.
But I do know she has seen the Zack Snyder cut of Justice League. And Sharonda, without spoiling it, what was your thoughts? And she's put out a great video that I highly recommend you guys go see. But I want her to give you guys a teaser of her thoughts.
I enjoyed the movie.
Okay.
I do think people are doing a lot, calling it a masterpiece. It's still the same Justice League movie. It's just more fleshed out.
She's just poo-pooing on all those.
Wait a minute, Sharonda, where did somebody call it a masterpiece?
A lot of people have been calling it a masterpiece, and I'm just like, I'm gonna need you to your standards. But
oh my gosh, I did not hear that. A masterpiece, Sharonda.
Not a masterpiece. I mean, the Snyder Cut is the far more superior film for Justice League. It's just, yeah, like I enjoyed it. I really am excited that I keep hearing feedback. Did I open it up somewhere?
No, I hear you. We hear you fine.
Okay, that's just my raggedy computer. Okay. I do like that Ray Fisher got the shine that he deserved as Cyborg. I will say that. And I think one of the biggest takeaways, I was just talking to my friend about this actually. I was like, it's really unfortunate that I enjoyed it, because when you see the vision that Zach had and where he was trying to go in this universe, it's like it kind of sucks because it makes you all excited again. But you know that WB, like, they have no intentions on proceeding with any of these projects. And it also made me upset because I'm still upset that we won't get to see Henry Cavill as Spider-Man. I mean, as Spider-Man, child. I'm sorry. I have children and they love Spider-Man. As Superman, because he's so good. He's so good as Superman. And I really feel like they need to just pay him the money he was asking because he deserves it. So it's just a little bit disheartening for me to watch it because it just made me excited about all these characters, but to just know that this isn't the direction that the studio wants to go in. And I hope that maybe if people say enough, hell, it got us a Snyder Cut, so maybe they can convince the studio to keep Henry, to maybe let Zach direct Wonder Woman 3. Because
you think Henry asked for that money because he wanted to play, because he wanted the money, or because he wanted out of the franchise and he knew they weren't going to give it to him?
I don't think he wanted out of the franchise, so he changed management. The Rock's manager is his manager now. So it was really just along the lines of pay me my worth, right?
Right.
He solidified himself as an action star. He was great as Superman, even though people want to hate on Man of Steel, which is, I still don't understand why that movie gets the hate that it does. He was fantastic as Superman. He's like the only person that I can see being Superman. So I think they should pay him his money. I mean, at this point, he's the Witcher now, so he has his Netflix series. Like, give him his coins. Like, who? I don't understand what the issue is.
And he did a damn good job in The Witcher. I don't know if y'all have seen it, but The Witcher is a great Netflix show. Oh, Lord have mercy. Oh,
you know, Lord. The thing that was great about The Witcher was it didn't take but like 2 minutes and you didn't see Superman. You just saw The Witcher.
Yeah.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we have 2 new super chats. One from my folk, B. Avery. He done came through with the $20 super chat. And then because we brought Sharonda back, Zia done came through with the super chat. And I got new videos for y'all too. Thank you for all those super chats. So take a laugh at this, but if y'all like Tyra Banks, you might not laugh.
Not want a pet because they're spiky.
God. Oh my God.
Now.
Now, why did I scream when she fell? I was like, oh my God.
Well, that's the exact effect we're supposed to have. And I appreciate y'all for coming through with those super chats and just showing this show some support and showing Sharonda support. Please go subscribe to her channel and also subscribe.
She shows up on here with her, with just flexing with her Nomadland swag. You know,
look,
you know that came in a box, at a press box.
Whatever. Don't be such a hater, Larry.
I live to hate. I live to hate. In fact, I can't wait for your next live stream. I'm gonna send you a reverse super chat with my Cash App tag.
Oh my Lord!
This is the first shirt that I grabbed today. I got my vaccine shot today.
Congratulations!
Oh, did you?
Proud of you.
Which one did you get?
I got this is my first shot, and I got Moderna.
Nice. Okay. All right.
So my arm is a little stiff, but
Denise, her link is in the video description.
Oh, it's pay her weight. So I got a question though. So how do y'all feel about Henry as Superman? And are you excited for Black Superman?
You want to go first, Larry?
I mean, as far as Henry as Superman, I'm neutral, to be honest with you. I'm sort of indifferent. I feel like he always fell sort of flat. He felt emotionless to me. Like, I never really felt like he gave such a resonating performance that made me just want to be excited for him.
Was that writing though?
I mean, that could be it. I mean, I thought he was great in The Witcher, so maybe they just didn't give him what he needed to bring him out in that role. But sometimes people aren't great in certain roles and they're great in others. And I like him in The Witcher. I just didn't. I was very neutral about him as Superman. But to be honest with you, with all the DC people, the Justice League, the only one I really liked was Wonder Woman. I thought that, well, I shouldn't say that. I thought and this may cause some controversy, I really like Ben Affleck as Batman. I think he's
I love him as Batman.
I know people dog him, but I think he's a fantastic Batman. I like Wonder Woman. I'm not a big fan of Jason Momoa as Aquaman, and I shouldn't say that. I'm not a big fan of his the way they have written Aquaman, because I actually like Jason Momoa. I liked him in the other show Frontier. I've liked him in some other stuff. I think he's funny in some ways. Women love looking at him. He's obviously an attractive human being, but the role the way they played his role, it's corny. It just comes off as corny. I'm like, how do you have this giant human being that's like 6'9" and beautiful by all objective standards, and then you make him the corniest human being on the planet, or Atlantean in the ocean? I mean, it's just.
I think that's more from a story standpoint, because if you watch the animated films, they're 10 times better than the live action films. And if you guys haven't, you guys definitely need to watch. What is it? The Flashpoint Paradox.
Mm-hmm.
That
all of them.
Yeah,
all of them. And I mean, I'm kind of like Larry with Henry Cavill. I like him as an actor. I thought he was the best Superman we've had since Christopher Reeves, but I wasn't feeling the emotion either. And it could have been the writing, like you said, because when he went to Witcher, it was totally different. I mean, I was fully invested in The Witcher. And in terms of Black Superman, I'm not super excited for it because I don't know which iteration we're gonna get. If we get the right iteration, then yes, I would be. If we get the one where the source material is that the Black Superman is the one that was the I want to say Crisis on Earth 352, one of them. He's actually the president of the United States and he's Superman. We get that one, I'm fine. If we get the Black Superman where he's the evil Zod and then he winds up turning into a good Superman, I'm not excited for that. How do you feel about it, Pale Wait?
I'm more concerned with who they're going to cast to be Superman.
You don't want to see Michael B. Jordan? Who would you like to see play that role?
I want an unknown.
I'll tell you who I want to see in that role. It's gonna, and you guys are gonna be like, oh hell no! But I'll tell you who I want to see in that role. Will Smith.
What?
You were correct with that response.
I like Will Smith. I like him in that role.
What?
I do. I think that if they have to take all of the sort of goofiness out of him and then rebuild that part of him and then put him out there, but I think he can be a really good Superman, especially since the fact that if he comes back, he's supposed to be a little bit older because he's supposed to be president, so he's going to be a little bit older. He's not going to be the young dude, you know. So I don't know. I like him. I like him for that.
They ain't it, Larry. They ain't it.
Yeah. Plus, he's already played on Deadshot in Suicide Squads.
Yeah, but
that's true.
I mean, they've already. Yeah, but I mean, Chris Evans was Johnny Storm. Then he was Captain America. And
that was Fox's. Yeah, I mean, I feel you.
You still have people mixing and like into different properties. Like,
yeah, I just can't see Will Smith doing that role though.
What about what's his name? What about what's his name that played Luke Cage?
No, people don't like him.
Yeah,
really?
Yeah. You should see some of the stuff I read about him, and people be picking on the man talking he talked too proper.
What?
There's other reasons not to like him other than he speaks too proper.
No, they don't like some of the stuff that he's like. It's some other stuff that he has actually said, but I just want us to put unknown people. Like, let's just make more people stars. Like, I'm tired of we use the same black people in every single movie. Mm-hmm. We use the same white people every. I'm tired. I just want to see new people. Like I'm
with you. I'm with you.
All they're gonna do, if they pick a black person, if it's not a known quantity, all they're gonna do is go cast some British person. So that's all they do now, anyways. They go find some British black person and give them a job, and black actors are out there struggling. So
why sometimes too, they don't tell them they're British, because Damson. When he got cast for Snowfall, his agent told him not to tell them he was British, and he didn't. Like, he changed his accent and everything when he did his interview. They didn't even know he was British.
So
a lot of them sometimes, like, they don't know,
That's
so
true.
It just depends. I mean, I just want us to have an unknown. I just want us to make more black people stars. Like, I get it. Everyone loves Michael B. Jordan. Everybody loves Sterling K. Brown. Everybody loves Trevor. I just want us to make new black stars.
Emmett from The Chi.
No.
And didn't he have that movie Slate or something?
Yeah.
That wasn't bad though. That wasn't bad.
It wasn't, but no. I'm sorry.
I'll tell you what you do is you take Lil Man.
I love Xander, but no.
You take Lil Man, that plays Keisha's brother. What's his name? Kev? Mm-hmm. Is that his name?
Yeah.
Take him, put him on a weight program for about a year, and then let him play. Then you have a Superman for the next decade.
And definitely not the son for Coming to America. He's working and Coming to America.
Nah, I'm not feeling him for that role.
Nobody was feeling him.
But you know where he might be good? He might be good as a villain. Because he's a comic, and so it's easy to take and give someone some really dark humor and make him a villain. He might be a good villain. Just my thoughts.
Yeah.
Someone said Kenan Thompson as Superman.
Y'all just playing now. No.
Right. So, Sharonda, have you been up on this story with Kirk Franklin and his son?
I guess so.
Well, here we go. We're gonna recap it, then we'll discuss the nuances of Kirk Franklin and the issue with his son. Here we go.
So people got in their feelings. A lot of people jumped down Kirk Franklin's throat. Some people had his back. I'm going to just speak to this fact that my Christian people out there, ain't nobody perfect. Ain't not one of y'all without sin. It's just that when somebody do a sin that you don't like or a sin that you don't care for, you ready to break their glass house when you living in one too. Kirk Franklin is this boy's daddy. Obviously, there's some other issues going on that we don't know about. It was pretty much their business. He did come back and apologize, but I honestly don't feel like he had to do that. But because he has a role model status, he is in the public sphere, and he did what you're supposed to do. So, but at the end of the day, man, the sister said it all. She made it clear for everybody. Son was tripping. Sharonda, we're going to give it to you first. What are your thoughts on the Kirk Franklin situation?
There's so many thoughts about this. And as a Christian, you know, I think the problem, especially with Christianity and how we treat pastors, how we treat gospel artists, is that we treat them as if they are God and not man. Mm-hmm. And that's a problem, because this is why when people be shocked, like, that's why pastors, they need counseling. That's why, like, gospel singers and stuff, they need counseling. They need, like, spiritual guidance, because these are regular people. Mm-hmm. So I'm not shocked. Like, I mean, even without cursing, like, how many people's mama said, I brought you into this world, I could take you right out? I mean, I feel like this is, I mean, the church folks are the worst ones that getting little stingers even without cursing. So
absolutely.
Yeah. So for me, hearing that conversation, I was kind of just like, well, what happened? Because for someone to get to that level, Christian or not Christian, you had to be talking at somebody like very out the side of your neck, talking to me, even trigger me to give you a response. Now, I'm not defending Kirk Franklin whatsoever, because I do think that in the Black community, especially, I think that parents and children have a very hard relationship. And that's something that I had to work through with my mother. And because I feel like Black parents feel like they can continue to disrespect or have authority or have power or can talk to you any type of way. And I had to work through that, like, hey, I'm grown. I pay my own bills. I pay my own rent. I put food on my table and clothes on my back. So you can't talk to me that way anymore. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to train you that when you do talk to me that way, I am going to actively disengage from the conversation. And I'm not going to talk to you, because I think that is something that for me as a Black child, like, I had to work through not allowing my parents to have authority over me as an adult. And I think that we take the whole, you could be respectful to your parents, but your parents also need to respect you as an adult. Like, we just have a different relationship now. So I just think, they need counseling, but I think that it's clear to me that Kirk basically pays for his life, because of how he talked to him like he was still a child, and like he still pays for his lifestyle, like the air that he breathes, he still pays for that. So I just feel like I definitely believe the sister, there's two sides. Actually, there's three sides to the story. His story, Kirk's story, his story, and the truth. But I mean, I wasn't shocked that Kirk got him together. I mean, y'all better stop acting like these church people don't be out here. I'm a Christian and I be cursing. Okay, I ain't saying it's right, but I'm a sinner. Okay, and I am working on being better with the Lord.
That's all I'm saying.
But this sounds like some other personal stuff, and this ain't got nothing to do with him being a Christian. I wish I would curse my mom. I wish I would curse my mom, but they would fly down here to Atlanta and beat my ass. Okay.
Larry, we've got Sharonda's unabridged version of how she feels about the story. Give us your unabridged version.
I mean, I'll tell you, part of me is just like, whatever, man. I was like, all right, you got cursed at some, and now you're all butthurt, and you're gonna go put out a video. I mean, you don't put your family's information out there on blast like that. You just don't do that. I mean, maybe you want to call up your cousin or your auntie or somebody and talk about it, but you don't put your family's business on blast like that out in the real world. But to be honest with you, I'm not surprised that Kirk Franklin would do something like this. It's not like the dude's perfect. It wasn't but a few years ago the dude was up there boo-hooing and crying all the time about, oh, I didn't mean to cheat on my wife and I'm a sex addict and I'm addicted to porn and all the other shit. It's like, did anybody think this dude was somehow all of a sudden an angel and he wasn't going to curse out his kid? I mean, the little bastard's running around, getting mad at him. And I've talked to my niece about this. She gets mad because my sister would have issues and my sister told, because she would get mad. Well, my mom screams and yells at me and she says this and that. And I said, well, then go get a job and pay for your own life. That's how you stop that problem. Your mom is a control freak. She wants to control things because parts of her life have been out of control and she wants to control things. So what do? You take control yourself. And my sister has told her straight to her face, you don't want me to control you, then go get a job and live on your own. Pay for your own life. She was like, but as long as I'm paying for stuff, I'm going to tell you what to buy, how to use it, when to buy it. And that's what it is. And I mean, that's just the reality of life for kids. And at some point you feel like you're grown, but if you are grown, you need to act like you're grown. And when you're a 33-year-old man and you're still not paying for your own life, either you accept the graciousness of the fact that you have a nice house to live in. He's probably rocking a fly car. He has nice clothes. You accept all these gifts with the strings that come attached to it, which is you're going to be treated like a kid, or you go live a lifestyle that you can afford.
Well said, Brother Larry. Well said. And
it's like they both got anger issues because, command respect. It seemed like both of them disrespectful to one another. It sounded like he disrespectful to his daddy, which makes his daddy disrespectful to him.
Yeah, because what would make you think on any level it's okay to record a conversation with you and your dad unless you have a motive for it? You know what I'm saying?
Like a child. He was like a child would do something like that.
And then turn around and put it on social media.
Consequences.
But then to say that like I'm a victim of like physical abuse. Now I do believe
he got a spanking. What was that? He got a spanking.
I do believe in verbal abuse. I do feel like parents need to check themselves on that, how they talk to people. But I'm just the type of person like I have to challenge in conversations. Like, hey, what you just said is not. Don't talk to me like that. But I just think that he's a spoiled rich kid who don't want to pay for his own life, but wants his dad to respect him. But your dad's never going to respect you if he's still treating you like a child and paying for your livelihood. That's just not okay.
No. The thing is, I'll tell you, this is one thing with Kirk Franklin. I just think that black folks are just way too forgiving in a lot of ways. I mean, Kirk Franklin is a talented dude. He should just leave gospel music and go just sing secular music because I stopped listening to this dude like 2 decades ago. I can't take him seriously. I'm like, all these people up there just running around talking about I'm this, I'm that, I'm so sorry, blah, blah, blah. And then they want to sit up there singing gospel music. I was like, I can't deal with this. Like, I can't go sit in a church with some preacher that I know is having sex with half his congregation. I can't do it. I mean, black folks are just too damn forgiving. They need to just be like, I don't want to listen to this music. Go make me an R&B song talking about the stuff that's really going on in your life, and maybe I'll listen to your music. Because right now I don't want to hear about you singing about how holy you are and this and that, knowing that you're up there probably listening to watching porn while you're composing the song. You know?
So, I get what you're saying, but does he say? I feel like Kirk Franklin's been pretty open that he's not like holier than thou. I feel like he's been very open about that.
I'm just saying, I don't want somebody up there who I just don't want to listen to gospel music from folks like that.
I mean, hey, and that's definitely your choice. But I mean, as someone who listens to,
I'm not trying to cancel them. I'm not saying be out of a job. I'm just saying go make some R&B music. Go hook up with Jodeci.
Not Jodeci.
That's not his ministry, Larry. And we'll pin it right there. And now we'll move on to something that's a little bit more fun. And we've got some news. We've got a little bit of news about the MCU and Secret Invasion. So This young brother right here has been cast to be in Secret Invasion. Y'all might know him famously from One Night in Miami. He played
Malcolm X.
He played Malcolm X, yes, and here's what they had to say. One Night in Miami star Kingsley Benaire is joining the Marvel Cinematic Universe. According to Variety, Benaire will be one of the lead opposites Samuel L. Jackson and Ben Mendelsohn in the Marvel Secret Invasion. His role is not yet known, but the trade publication states that he will be one of the villains. Sharonda, are you more excited for the Disney Plus series Secret Invasion, or does that do nothing for you?
We don't know what the hell the show about. I can't get excited. I don't know what the show about. I mean, I'm happy they hired some Negroes, but like, I don't know what the show about.
The show is going to be basically the source material anyway. Is how the Skrulls.
Are you theorizing again?
No, they talked a little bit about it. It has to do with the invasion of the Skrulls.
I mean, I get that, but I'm like, okay.
No, that's it. That's all I was gonna say. That's all I was gonna say.
I know that's what it's about. I'm just like, okay. I'm happy y'all hired another Negro. Okay, I'm very happy about that to see another. That brings me joy.
Oh my God!
Another Black person was brought into the MCU, but until I can see how he is treated, how he's written, how black he is on the show, I don't know.
God almighty. Larry, take the wheel, man.
I'm 100 with y'all.
I can't take the wheel. She didn't drove the bus off the road.
Take the wheel, man.
I mean,
oh man.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, it's interesting. I don't know. I mean, maybe it'll be fine. I'm not saying that it won't be. I mean, it's an MCU joint, so it's probably going to be fun at the very least, even if it's not the top of the line, of cinematic masterpieces. It's just going to be fun. And so as long as it's fun, I'm down for it. I mean, I'm sure we will overanalyze it and criticize it and glorify it when it comes out. But I'm looking forward to it.
Y'all do it every time.
So
of course we do. That's our job. We're supposed to do that.
But I'm looking forward to it.
And just enjoy it and then get your opinion.
Well, because unfortunately, we live in a society where you can make theories and people are going to watch it and you get paid to do it. And you enjoy doing it. So you're going to keep doing it. It's just that simple.
I'll tell you, I wasn't looking forward to seeing the other joint that we saw some stills for a while ago, that Shang-Chi, Shang-Chi and the Legend of whatchamacallit?
Yeah.
You didn't look at the 10 Rings.
Like a black title, the Legend of whatchamacallit.
Wait,
Shang-Chi, the Legend of whatchamacallit. Sir, what is that movie? I don't know that movie.
Larry, I thought you wanted to see it. I
was sort of like halfway, but I wasn't really fully all into. But I see that what's his name now is actually going to play the main dude. Simu, huh?
What's his name?
Yeah, what's his name? Simu Liu. I think his name's Simu Liu or something like that. Anyways, the dude from Kim's Convenience, he's going to be in it, and I like that dude because I like Kim's Convenience. I like him on that show, so I'm actually looking forward to seeing it now. So. Sharonda abused me. See, she's talking about verbal abuse. She's over there abusing me. Why you gotta go all Kirk Franklin on me?
Just like that dude from Kim's Convenience. Like, what?
See, if you're gonna go Kirk Franklin on me, you gotta pay my bills.
She ain't paying your bills, bro. You got on a shirt that says hope.
Ain't no hope over here.
I hope she pays my bills.
Oh my goodness, man. Well, we'll pin it there and we'll end it there. But Sharonda, how are you feeling about the Godzilla versus King Kong?
That's a tough topic for me today because
you've seen it.
No, I can't get a screener. So I was feeling a little down earlier today because I know all these people that have seen it and I ain't seen it. And I'm just kind of confused. Like, where my screener at? But I mean, I'm here for it. I like this franchise. I really hate when people say that they don't like movies because the story, the humans, all the things that we don't care. I don't care about a story. I don't care about humans. I just want to see the monsters fight each other. Actually, I would rather see them fight each other and then realize that the humans are the real villain and go fight them. That's what
Isn't that always been the underlying story of those?
Literally, it's the humans' fault every time.
Yeah, that I feel like that's been the underlying story of all those monster movies.
Larry, how you feeling about it? We got a few more weeks, man. It's almost here.
I am sort of tepidly waiting, but I don't know. I'll see, because I feel like with the exception of Judas and the Black Messiah, all those HBO Max WB films that they decided they were going to release, they've all been very, very mediocre.
Okay.
And so I'm sort of just
Really?
like, I feel like they looked at them and they focus grouped them and they said, you know what, these movies are all just like C pluses. And so let's just go ahead and release them on streaming while everyone's on lockdown. Because if we wait for the movies to open and then they all flop, we're gonna end up putting more in the marketing budget, and we should just go ahead and grow our streaming platform off the back of these first run movies. So
does this come out next week?
Yeah,
the 16th, isn't it? April 16th.
They moved it back. I thought that was Mortal Kombat.
Oh,
No.
maybe that's what it is. Maybe Mortal Kombat's April 16th then. Yeah.
Yeah. How you feel about Mortal Kombat? Speaking of which, Sharonda, are you going to review that one?
Bruh. Well, my dude cut him. Okay, he cut him. The blood cut out. He took the blood mid-air and froze the blood and turned the blood into a sword and stabbed him again. I said, Lord, what did I do to deserve this blessing in my life? I just feel so blessed that I'm able to witness someone take blood and turn it into a sword and kill somebody with their own blood. Like, he technically killed himself because he killed him with the blood.
That's brutal.
That's just beautiful. Okay.
That's you took something that's supposed to give you life and he gave him death with it. You know?
Like, think about that.
Yeah. And they have promised us that it's more than just that one scene that's contained in that movie. Now, I am a little worried about the producers and everybody maybe overselling something that already looks like it's going to be a classic, but I'm ready for it. I'm here for it.
I love Mortal Kombat. I watched that little raggedy, terrible movie so many times. It's so bad, but it's so good. It's like
the animated one?
No, the live action.
You're talking about live action one.
Oh, okay.
It's so terrible, but I love that movie so much. I watched that movie and just like, why do you like this movie so much when it's so bad?
I mean, to each their own. Because I love the Green Lantern with Ryan Reynolds, and that's not a great movie at all. I mean, I loved it so much I bought the video game and loved the video game. Yeah, man, I sure did. So.
You better stand in your truth.
What?
I'm gonna have to start checking you. I'm gonna have to start checking your taste now, man.
Come on, man. Everybody got something they like that's not that great. You stop that mess, man.
I don't know if it's Green Lantern though.
Hey, you like Mortal Kombat.
Ryan Reynolds didn't even like Green Lantern.
Well, that's his problem. He still took that check though, didn't he?
Hey, he tried to say
Right.
I'll just say it wasn't the worst movie, but it was definitely far from the best.
Oh, for sure.
It wasn't the worst movie.
For sure. I mean, her Mortal Kombat is better than that movie. I mean, with hands down. And it wasn't that great. But Sharonda, did you see the animated Scorpion's Revenge Mortal Kombat?
No, was it good?
Oh my God, Sharonda, you have not seen
it. Is it on?
Oh,
okay. Hold on. Your brother in the house.
Hey, Brandon, Rich, you got to take me out on a date, honey. He just up here spending $20. That's a whole meal, Brandon.
I know.
too.
But Sharonda, you have got to see it.
it.
You've got to see it. I mean,
No.
if you got
Wait,
any
you're down
free
in
time
Atlanta. I
this week-
forgot. You guys have price. Your prices are lower down there.
Yeah, ain't no decent prices.
DC, they think everybody got money up here. They want to charge you
Exactly.
$55 for a meal.
Right.
I'm gonna call you when I get off, Brandon. You better answer.
Oh man. The man said he trying to work and he done got distracted. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm out of here so that she can call her brother right now. So
Why
that he
are
can,
you leaving us?
huh?
Why are you leaving? I thought we just started talking.
Oh no, it's a minute before 10.
Oh, it's your shift. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I forgot.
Yeah, man. And she now that she's about to be in daycare, hopefully she just start falling right on to sleep.
Playing with the babies. I was like, oh my goodness.
I saw her trying to run away from that little baby. She was trying to
Make a
escape.
break for
She
it.
was banging on the windows, talking about, "Get me out of here! Get me out of here!"
She thought that I was outside to pick her up, and she's done hit her 8-month stride now and trying to walk. And
Oh my goodness.
boy,
It's
You
all
know what
bad
it was,
until
man?
they start walking.
She was
is
mad.
something.
She looked around. She said, "They don't have CNBC on in here." She was like, "I need to stay up on my market. What's up?"
And every time she's home and we have it on CNBC, she's figured out how to hit the button on the remote to turn it to her Dave and Ava cartoon. And I didn't teach her nothing. She just sees me grab the remote. She knows I hit a button, and one day she just decided to take the thing out of her mouth, hit a button, and bam, Dave and Ava. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this little girl.
You so nice because the fact that you even let her touch the remote, like we have to hide the remotes.
Well, I'm trying to get her to have her dexterity, so I don't mind her touching it when it's clean. But I'm cool. I'm cool with her touching it long as it's clean. And
Okay, we start walking. It's gonna be a problem. You gonna start having it? Don't worry.
Don't you say that, Sharonda? Don't you?
Look, I'm just trying to help you prepare for what's to come. It's gonna be a wrap, okay?
Lamar's gonna try and watch Snowfall and find out it's being recorded over on the DVR with Dora the Explorer.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
You don't have to hide them remotes, honey.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to get off this thing right now and start prepping.
Real for him.
And just start the prep. I appreciate everybody for coming through. You guys are an outstanding audience. You leave great comments. Be sure to subscribe to Sharonda's channel. You want entertainment, you want value, and you want a high-end sister that knows how to deliver on reviewing movies and TV shows. She's your woman. And then if you want crazy entertainment,
and she will show you her whole apartment too, because she will walk around the whole place on her live stream. She'll show you the kitchen. She'll show you the living room. You know, it's like being in the house with her.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's like you on Zoom call with Sharonda. Nobody gives you that much exclusivity to them for free other than Sharonda.
She gives a new meaning to all access.
That's right.
Wait, that sounded a little bit too provocative. Let me roll that back a little bit.
Come on now.
Man. Okay, folks, before we get in trouble, don't forget to like the video, comment, subscribe to everybody's channel. Me and Larry will be back on Wednesday night. We'll see you then.
Peace.